Hello my friends and welcome back to another video. My name is Amanda and welcome to my kitchen. In today's video we are breakfast focused. We are going to be meal prepping some banana pancakes because in my opinion pancakes are a staple breakfast food, and what's great about pancakes is you can make a big batch and then freeze them, so when you don't feel like making breakfast but you need something to eat, all you have to do is pop them out of the freezer. You can microwave them, you can heat them in the air fryer or even in the toaster. So let's get into these delicious, fluffy, vegan banana pancakes. I'll leave the recipe in the description box below for your reference, but let's get started. So this recipe has your pretty standard pancake ingredients: flour, sugar, milk, salt, but also some baking powder and of course the bananas. And then to upgrade this to a little bit more decadent of a recipe, optionally you can add some chopped nuts and mini chocolate chips. I'm going to be adding pecans just because I want to add a little extra something to this recipe. First things first, we are going to mash our bananas. Once we have our mashed banana, we're going to add in our non-dairy milk. I am using soy, our oil, vanilla extract, and sugar. And then we are going to whisk this up until it is well combined. I am just going to use a wooden spoon to stir everything together. And I actually transferred everything into a bowl because I did want to use a whisk. I honestly was just afraid to use the whisk in that bowl because I didn't want to make a mess. So with a whisk, you can use a wooden spoon, but I think a whisk is just a good way to make sure that all those ingredients get combined. You just want to make sure that everything is nice and incorporated. Next up, we are going to add in our baking powder and our flour. I sifted mine just to make sure that it wasn't super clumpy. That is optional, but I do recommend doing that if you're looking to get a smoother texture. Also, I just want to note that I am tripling this recipe just because, like I said, I am meal prepping these pancakes so I could freeze a bunch for future use. And then before we mix everything, we are just going to add our salt, and optionally if you're going to add cinnamon, you can add that now here as well. Now that we have added all our ingredients to the bowl, we're going to very slowly and gently mix everything together just so it will combine. There's still going to be lumps even though we sifted the flour. We don't want the batter to be over mixed because that will make our pancakes dense, but we do want to mix it together just to make sure everything is incorporated and there are no more dry spots. Now at this point you can add in your mix-ins. For me, I'm gonna add in some chopped pecans and some mini chocolate chips. Then once the mix-ins have been added, if you are using them, just again, very gently mix everything together so it's evenly distributed. I didn't do a whole lot of nuts and chocolate chips. I just wanted to have a little bit of something throughout. I would have used more pecans if I had them, but I don't have that many right now, so hopefully that this will still be good. Yeah, but honestly, I think mix-ins should be measured with your heart. So there we go. And since we are meal prepping, I find the best way to kind of get the most pancakes done is to cook them on a skillet, which is what I am doing here. And of course, we can't make pancakes without the butter. You gotta cook it with the butter. So our skillet is nice and preheated. We're gonna go in with a little bit of vegan butter, which I think is necessary to make good pancakes. That's just me. And then we're gonna go in with about a 1/3 scoop of batter just to make nice even pancakes. I'm hoping I could fit like 8 in here. And if they don't come out perfectly circular, that's okay. You could always kind of like mush the batter around a little bit as you're dumping it. That is a nice way to kind of help smooth them out. So we're just gonna add all of these on here, and then they're gonna cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, depending on how hot your skillet is. You definitely just wanna make sure that you are checking them. In general, when you're making pancakes, you want to wait for them to start to bubble up, and then you know that is a good time to flip. So we're gonna let these guys cook, and then we'll come back when they're ready to flip. We're gonna just take a peek and see how they're looking. Almost done there. It's a little bit golden, a little bit more done on the edges, but we're gonna let it sit for just another minute here. And if you can see, I did put a little bit of butter on top of each one just to get us prepared. Now the butter is optional. You don't have to use butter, but I think it makes it delicious. The fun part is trying to flip these and not make a mess. Whew, look at that. That one's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I think the heat was a little high for this vert batch, so I think I'm gonna turn the heat down just a smidge so they don't get burnt. Oh man, here we go. 6 for 6, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna let those toast and then we'll move on for the rest. And then just as we did before, once they're nice and golden, you can see they're golden on both sides, we will remove them and add them to a cooling rack so they stay nice and crispy. And then we are just going to repeat this process with any remaining batter, and then we are good to go. The only thing left to do now is load up a plate with these pancakes, top them with your favorite toppings, maple syrup, vegan butter, sliced bananas, more nuts, more chocolate chips, whatever you like. And just as a reminder, the full recipe could be found for these pancakes in the description box below. Like this video if you found this recipe delicious. Again, this recipe was by Nora Cooks. It was absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think and if you added any special mix-ins. Well, thanks friends for sticking around and meal prepping some banana pancakes with me. If you liked this video and the content I'm creating, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. If you are returning, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support at this channel. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna go enjoy these pancakes now. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.